So here's what I learned about real estate investing so far.
Everybody eats. Everybody eats.
I ain't eating. You ain't eating? What you mean you ain't eating? You ain't making this paper, man? Everybody eating.
I gotta eat, man.
You are listening to the Everybody Eats podcast. Now for your host, Mr. AJ Simmons.
Good morning. Thank y'all for waking up with me. It's AJ Simmons on the Everybody Eats podcast. And this morning, I want to talk about my real estate journey. As some of you might know who've been following me since way back then, I actually bought my first house when I was back in 2014. I bought a single family home, and then by 2015, we lived in it for 1 year, rented it out the following year just because I got it through a FHA loan. And under FHA guidelines, you have to live in that home for at least 1 year before you make it into a rental. So I actually followed the rules for once, and that's exactly what I did, all right? Because I knew that, number one, I should probably follow the rules. That was number one, but really most importantly, number two was I knew that psychologically, me and my fiance both had to get that desire of just having that experience of it living in a house out of us before I went into having rental properties, okay? So I wanted to kind of get that out the way so we didn't have to keep wondering what it felt like to be homeowners, all right? So we got that phase out the way. So in 2015, I officially owned my first rental property. And I give you the math exactly on how real estate works for those who are brand spanking new to real estate and have no clue how it works and how you own a rental property and be a landlord. It's quite simple. All you have to do is simply qualify for a loan, buy a house, and make sure that your mortgage is less than what you're going to rent the house out for. That's it. All right, and I know to people who already have experience in real estate, that's no jewel for you. You've been new that. But for me, when I first found that out through one of my older mentors back in the day, I had no clue that's how it worked, because I thought that the people who were landlords, they just owned the house right out. I figured, damn, they must got some serious cash just to buy these houses and rent them out. I had no clue that you could still not actually own the house. Like you could still have a mortgage on the house and rent it out. So I had no clue that was how it worked. So example given, if you own a house and your mortgage on it is $800 a month, you rent it out for $1,300 a month, you make a profit every month of about $500, all right? So that's how rental properties work, all right? And that's what I mean by real estate investing. I'm not talking about flipping houses, I'm talking about investing, all right? So here's what I learned so far about real estate. Number one, and I didn't think this was going to be as big of an issue as it has been, which is things are going to happen. And when I say things, I'm talking about repairs, okay? You're going to have to put money aside for repairs. That money that you get every month, that residual money that you're going to get every month in cash flow, you got to put a portion of that up. You got to. A lot of people say 10%, some say 20%, but the bottom line is put up something. Every single month that you get paid from your tenant, put something up, because things are going to happen and you got to be prepared. I will tell you this, when I first got the house, we actually had a warranty on it with American Home Shield, and it actually came in handy because every time that something went wrong, instead of me having to find some type of handyman or going to these big companies and paying an arm and a leg just for them to come look at what's wrong with it, I just paid the Home Shield $75. They'll come out there and look at it, and if it was something wrong, they'll fix it with no additional cost other than the $75. So maybe that might be a solution for some of you who are just getting started in the real estate and you wanted to find a way around repairs. But either way, you definitely need to put a portion of the income up every month, all right? Number two, I advise you to get a property manager, even if it is just for one property. Just simply because with a property manager, you're really paying the person to collect the money. That's their job, all right? And so when your tenants don't try not to pay, or if they don't want to pay on time, or they try to pay partial or give you some type of sob story, your property manager doesn't care. They don't want to hear about any of that. They know that in order for them to get paid, that tenant has to pay. Okay, so they have to collect that money or else they'll get fired by you. And so you let the tenant know you don't want to hear about the story, you don't want to know anything, just get the money to you, period. You know what I mean? So you let them deal with that, because we as human beings, we all have hearts, especially us entrepreneur-minded people. We actually are the most helpful people in the world, contrary to popular belief. And we like to help people, but when your tenant comes to you with these sob stories, we have a tendency to try to look out for them, or we want to help them, especially if we can resonate with their story or we see ourselves in them. So what I recommend is that you get a property manager. That way you don't have to deal with those problems, all right? And the third piece of advice I will give you is this. Don't rely on that monthly income. Don't rely on that monthly income. Reinvest all of the profits, especially if you only got one property like I have and the monthly income isn't huge. You're making a few $100 every month. Just reinvest that money. Keep putting it in the bank. Keep investing until you can put a down payment on another property, okay? Don't even include that in your monthly income. Just put that money back in the bank and save it and save it and save it, and then reinvest into the next property. Think long term, all right? Real quick, I want to tell you, you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time around. So why not join a mastermind group full of like-minded people who can help you in your entrepreneurship journey? I created a Facebook group where we have exclusive access to all sorts of things. I'm talking about live Q&A videos with me every Tuesday night, 7 p.m. You can ask me whatever you want live on the spot. Then while you in the group, you with other entrepreneurs, you got that network, you building with each other. Then the third thing that I'm also offering is instant access to me. And the fourth thing is, which is probably the most important thing, is you have instant downloads, okay? Instant downloads to anything that I put in my store, any type of e-course, any type of video that I sell on YouTube or on my site, any type of the starter kit, the Cleaner Biz starter kit that everybody wants, my ebook, Is It a Scam? The Truth About Commercial Cleaning Franchises. All of that and anything that I release in the future, as long as you in this mastermind group, you can download it instantly, no extra charge, okay? So all of that, not to mention the daily motivational uploads in that group, okay? So make sure you join the group. It's only $97 to get started. That's the initial fee. And the reason why it's $97 is so that'll prevent you from joining, downloading all of my content and then leaving, okay? Thank y'all. I just wanted to tell y'all that real quick. If you're interested in that, the link is below this video. Click on that and go to and join that mastermind now, y'all. Thank y'all.